up? What's up? What's up? Raw
What's
with
up?
it podcast nation. What it do? I am your host, Fox Silver, and that's my brother, my co-host, Kai Heat.
How's everyone
And
this day?
indeed, we've been taking a little break and everything because, of course, we got another life other than this podcast, and sometimes our schedules just don't permit us to go live. Last week, I put a pre-recorded show on. It aired on Monday, and I thought it was Tuesday. That's just the life of a trucker, y'all. Please forgive me. But we're gonna be straight and everything. Um, we got a possibility of a co-host that will be joining us a little later. We'll see if they're going to be in a location where they're able to pop in and everything. So hopefully, we'll get to introduce you to them. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, in between time,
in between time, um, what's been going on in the world? A whole lot's been going on in the world.
hmm
Oh, hold on a second. I see another. Okay, yeah. So, um, me and Kai, he was talking a little earlier and everything, and just talking about a lot of things that's happening right now. And I was saying, man, it just seems it feels real funny, like there's a shift going on in the world as it pertains to people that look like me. I'm not saying identical to me, but kind of like look like me. Like there's a shift going on. I feel it. I don't know if y'all feel it, but you feel it, Kahi?
I feel it. I sense
Like
it.
how would you describe it?
Ugh.
How would you?
Changes up. Yeah,
Yeah,
change can be uncomfortable.
yeah. It's a bit of
Change can
it's
be
a bit
uncomfortable,
uncomfortable.
right? And to see something and trying to brace for what's not known, but you can see it.
Yeah,
I feel as if that's a challenge. That's a challenge, especially if you can see it. Now you have to determine how you're going to respond or how you're going to react, to it.
I agree because the feeling is it's like it's a comfort and it's a discomfort and it's an unknown. So it's
That's
like it's like trying to get ready for something, but you know it's something, and you know it's big, and you know it's going to affect you. Um, Especially with things that are going on around the world. I think that with social media and everything,
mhm.
aside from news, I think social media is the quickest form of traveling news until, like, you're waiting for the 5 o'clock news to come on TV. And I think we get
Right.
more truths from people that are reporting things that's going on around the nation or around the world from their cell phones than we
And it's
can
real time,
in
especially
real
because it's
time.
real time live right then.
Yes,
Right. It's not the second hand.
exactly. There's no editing. Everything is right there in your face.
Right.
So that's a little bit more trusting, so to speak, I would
So to
say.
speak.
Yeah,
So to speak. Right.
so to speak.
Right.
Not to ignore our people over there in TikTok land. How y'all doing? Uh, I really can't see the screen for TikTok that well, but I see y'all popping in and out. What's happening, everybody? I think I'm gonna have to charge that phone over there on TikTok as well. But yeah, that's the way I feel. Like, there's some type of awakening going on I think, bro. That's what I think. It's it's some type of awakening, you know, and I think
With
it's a good.
the advent, yeah, with the advent, plus like you're saying, with the advent of the computer technology age and streaming and live and all these social media platforms, and
Right.
maybe not everyone is a content creator, but on the other hand, everyone can instantly be a content creator. You
Yeah,
know, bringing a live, bringing live to live feeds, information that people find out, and
no doubt.
you know, I think that speaks to a lot of things that people have a natural curiosity about at some point. Um, and once they start to indulge that, once they start to entertain that, and they see it, well, they post it right away, and it's everyone else's job to fact check that
It's like,
or
yeah,
follow up with everybody else.
it's like everybody is a news reporter right now on the spot
Right,
because they're reporting it, they're
right.
recording it. But let's talk about the feeling that's going on. So this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that. All right, so I know everybody heard about things that's going on over there in Africa. The way Africa is like trying to unite all of the nations that's inside of Africa to remove all of those colonizers that have been basically in charge of the theme or the narrative of Africa. And what they've been doing, of course, is dividing the nations and stuff. And I see that those African leaders are basically saying, we don't want you here no more. We
Yeah,
don't want you here.
pretty much.
Get the hell up, get the hell up on, and we good. We gonna take care of ourselves. The other thing is like the interests that Putin got with Africa. You know what I'm saying? Now
Right.
we could say that, oh, okay, so he doing something good, like sending whatever type of aid as far as like grains or whatever the case, but like still, like how much can you trust that dude? You know what I'm saying? And then the internet is steady putting up, oh man, Putin is like, opening up the vaults of all of um the antique paintings, or what do they call those, relics
Yeah.
from time gone, that has to do with people of African descent and everything, which is supposed to make us a little bit more endearing towards Putin. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could believe that. You know what I'm saying? Aside from, let me hear one of the African scholars, Black history scholars, talk about it. I don't want to hear like, just some average Joe like myself that may be a content creator talking about,
Right.
oh, you know what I'm saying, and may have like a few thousand followers or something like that, talking about what Putin is doing is good for the black people. I don't know. I don't know. you know.
Okay. Me myself, I want to
Yeah.
see. So I
Yeah.
haven't. I haven't. I'm extremely curious. I'm extremely interested. And that's I could. I think also some. You don't know if he's using it as a double-edged sword
That's
to
what I think.
incite,
Yeah.
right? To incite uh, us against each other here. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And to further that, to further this, we call it, create a more hostile, an ongoing or a continued or a more hostile environment between the different
Right.
ethnicities, races, and groups here. Finding out some things, but there's been others in the past
Which is always my
who's
first.
experiencing the same thing.
It's always
Right,
my first belief that they're going to
right,
use it to put a wedge, and of course it's to
right.
benefit them. We already know
Correct,
that,
correct.
but in what way? So, like, the obvious, we see the obvious. but we just can't go by the obvious. You know, we
Correct.
need to see like, all right, so how do you benefit from this? What is this doing for you? You know what I'm saying?
I do. That's a good one. I haven't thought about that. I haven't thought about that in a moment because I haven't followed it in a short time. But I have heard some of the. I heard. I like the word jabber, jibber jabber
Jibber
of
jabber.
it. Yeah, I've heard had some of I've heard some of the jibber jabber about it, but I haven't followed it recently. I'd love to catch up on it and
Yeah,
see because I'm very interested to see what it is he's showing or he has. So if anyone
yeah,
can point me in a direction, I'll ask someone else. I'll find it because I'm extremely interested to see what relics, artifacts,
right,
paintings, um,
right,
he has. Because there's a lot of there's not just so understandably, there's lots of articles, books, paintings,
right,
portraits,
right.
all around the country from nation to nation, as they
Absolutely.
have high price collectors of antiques and fine arts and everything, and they
It
go to the
pisses me
highest
off.
bidder.
It pisses me
Yeah.
off, bro. It pisses me off big time. You know,
Mhm.
like I like which movie was that? Yeah, it was Wakanda. Remember when what's my man name? What was that character? Killmonger. What
Killmonger, yeah.
Michael B. Jordan when he went into that
The
museum,
museum.
right? And he
He
was
was the
like,
best, but he
you
was
know
the
what I'm
villain.
saying? Like, yeah,
Right.
like, the lady thought she knew what she was talking about, but he corrected her. And basically, he said, listen, I'm going to take this off your hands. He said, because you stole it and it belongs to me and my people. So
Yeah.
let me get that,
Yeah.
hand that over. Just like,
So
just like what they did when, the Queen of England, when she died, a lot of African nations was like, okay, she
right.
represented that period in time where they were aggressively colonizing and doing all of the wrongdoings, raping, killing, and enforcing their doctrine on these African nations. She
Yeah.
represented that because even
True.
though she became queen at a young age, the
Yeah.
people who were in power before her relatives and everything,
They set that in
pressed
motion.
that narrative, and she
Right.
did nothing to change it. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
now that she's gone, if you're
Mhm.
trying to change and make it and make things better in all of these countries or nations that you colonize, return what you stole.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Return all the valuables that you stole, all of the jewelry that you're wearing in your crowns, around your neck, on your arm, on your hand, all of the
All
jewels
right.
that you stole, return them. And that's just truth of the matter.
I
You know?
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You feel me?
I absolutely feel you.
Yeah.
I by you saying that, that really takes me back to um, what said that Putin, has or is showing or something. I've been very occupied. I've been very busy.
Right.
But I really want.
You want to see it.
So maybe I'll get into it while we're on the show, but it's going to take me away from everything else. So I do it afterwards, and maybe we'll
He
get back to follow up with this. I'm
right.
extremely interested because on the other hand, it depends on what it is, and those here in America that holds the jewels and the crowns
Yeah.
and all these other things, they wouldn't want to open a can of worms that they know is already
No.
a bucket of worms.
And as far as I know, I don't think Putin has any like jewelry. I think all he has is like documents or paintings
That
and
is his.
books and stuff. You know what
That's
I'm
enough.
saying?
Mhm.
That's
That
that's
is.
all that I'm aware of that he has. It may be more. Who knows? I don't know.
We'll see.
You know.
I do want to see. I really
Yeah.
want to see. I want to know. So that is probably lending to the discord, or the change in the change in the tensions in the air, or the change that in the air, you know. And there is a whole bunch of things going on.
Right.
You know, sometimes we don't know if it's associated or not when it comes to anything with those quote unquote access of evil powers, you know, with America and its own agenda, you know. And it's like, okay, so it's been bubbling for some time, and we don't. My idea is this: we don't know, or I say we because I speak to, you know, you and I speak. We speak to other people at the same time, and we may not know exactly what's coming down the pipeline,
right?
Or what is planned for the state of the world,
the
state of the world of America,
the end game plan,
right? The end game plan, but you know, once you have a little bit more discernment and you can sense it, even if you don't know what it is, you really can sense it, you know. And I think it's a lot of,
and that's what I feel right now. I'm sensing things, you know what I'm saying? And and I think a lot of people are sensing, and if they're not saying it, they're showing it in the videos and the content that is going around and circulating on the internet. The other thing, let's switch it more locally now. The other thing that I think is in jeopardy, and we spoke about this on another show, is the danger that Black Americans are facing and may be unaware of right now. And we're so distracted with a lot of things, and that being the civil rights that we fought for, or, you know, our parents and all of those activists from years past fought for, and how they're up for debate or being removed right in front of our eyes, bro. And this is a dangerous time. And I think a lot of Black people don't realize that. I think a lot of Black people don't realize how much civil rights are in jeopardy for us right now. You know, this is just the start, bro. They fucking playing. You know what I'm saying? They fucking playing. They got away with shooting down affirmative action. So what do you think? That's the only thing they got in mind that's next? Oh, hell no. It's a list. Everything. It's a list. So yeah. And for any person, I'm just gonna spit out anybody that's Black that think like, oh, I'm tripping. They think I'm tripping. I'm not fucking tripping. Yeah, they are in those back rooms.
I'm not saying I don't think you're tripping just because we're friends. I know you're not, or I'm tripping too. Maybe I'm tripping real hard.
Like, you think I'm tripping? Nah, man. Like, listen, they're thinking about this. They're thinking about how to dismantle all of these rights that should not be rights that we have to fight for, because they fall under basic human rights, you know. And the rights that we had to fight for civil rights are in jeopardy, bro. Straight up. And there's not a lot of conversations. And if there's conversations, where they at? Do you know?
A lot of them are in the indigenous circles. A lot of them are in the conscious community circles. A lot of them are in the
it need to be up front. It need but it need to be it need to be in the open.
When it does. But when some of these it appears that when some of these things are brought into, say for instance, we're here right now on StreamYard doing this, and these are also, you know, well adept content creators, researchers, you know, quote unquote academic scholars or whatever. But you know, and they have a slew of evidence that to bring to the forefront. But I know because I interact with them. You know,
Right.
I listen to what their messaging is, what they have to say, what they have to share,
Right.
and they'll get flagged. Their channel will get taken down. The information will be wiped. You know, and it happens
Yes.
often. And they
Yes.
stay in a space that, you know, that
You got to
the
be
eye in the
cautious.
sky.
Yeah.
Say again.
Oh, fuck. I hate
Yeah,
that. I hate
and it's there. You know, they really try to. You know, it's kind of to a point that even to it it makes them, it puts them in a state of hesitancy.
Yeah.
You know, to come out more because
Right.
the more, you know, the more it is discovered, it can be detrimental to what this system has that they're trying to, you know, push.
I say, all right, so let's look at it this way. You made a good point. So the people that have the information, that knows what's going on when it
But
comes
they,
to exposing the wrongdoings and the and a lot of the rights or the civil rights that are in
yeah,
jeopardy,
that too. Indian
and
civil rights.
the people that they're how they get flagged is by giving up too much information or so much sensitive information
Right.
that the eye in the sky, like you said, will shut them down. So
Yeah.
what needs to be done? We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to take it back. We're gonna have to take it back to the 50s and the 40s, the way
Right.
they did it. We're gonna have to be cautious about in terms of how much information, how much sensitive information.
And particular pieces of
Right.
information.
You cannot give all,
Quality.
and even as juicy as
Right.
it may be, you know, and of course we're emotional at this point, especially if
Exactly.
somebody's coming after you and trying to take away your God-given rights. You're going to be emotional, so you're going to get fired up, and yeah, you're going to say some things. But we got to be
Exactly.
cautious not to say too many things. So, like right
Absolutely.
now, for all the ears that's hearing this, yeah, we are aware that our civil rights are in jeopardy right now.
Yeah.
Black civil rights are in jeopardy, and for one, I'm not talking about other minorities because other minorities fall up under us. Blacks fight first, and everyone else falls up under us, or they try to piggyback off of us. You know, so we're not going to get lost with that. We're going to focus on the mainstream. America is not concerned when it comes to other minorities. They are afraid of black people, period. I'm just going to put that out there. They are afraid of us. They ain't afraid of nobody but us.
Mostly.
That's it. So we need to find out these organizations that fight to keep these laws that protect. You.
That was me. That was me.
We need to find these organizations that fight and protect the civil rights. What happened? TikTok on the phone done went out, dude. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Mine is going up back.
Yours went out. Did your TikTok
back
go
and
out?
forth?
Mine
Back
just
and
moved.
forth.
But we need to find what these organizations are. So if anybody's out there that's listening, and hold on, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
If anybody out there that is aware of these organizations, y'all need to contact us. Like, you know, contact Kahi, contact me, and give us the name of these organizations.
Yeah,
So
my name
that
is you see.
so that so that we can get in touch. So we know that Reverend Al is doing his march next weekend at the White House. It's supposed to be an inequality march. I'm not sure the details, but I know they marching, you know.
Okay.
And it needs to be more. We're just so distracted with so much stuff that really don't mean shit.
Right.
It really don't mean shit. It really don't mean shit. A lot of stuff, and we need to wake up. Black folks, y'all need to wake the hell up. Period.
Wake up.
Y'all need to wake up.
And even more. Well, yeah, definitely wake up, and at the same time, apply some action. You know, me too. I can do more. I can be doing more.
That's why we're doing this. That's why we're making statements right now. This is our part of trying to do more. So it's open. If anyone out there knows any organizations that fight for the rights of the people that are in jeopardy of losing their rights, and we're talking about Black folks and all other minorities fall up under this umbrella, get in touch with us. Get in touch with us so that we can put this information on the podcast, so we can contact these folks and see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit down. And let some shit happen that I could have helped prevent. You feel what I'm saying?
Highly feel what you're saying. And it
fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power.
Yeah,
what's up, TikTok? Huh?
You had it in the theme music next. Fight the power. But it is. It's a true statement. You know, and that's one reason why they call themselves, excuse me, everyone. That's one reason why they call themselves shutting down, you know, and kind of trying to move the narrative away from the positivity of music and the positivity of rap, you know, to take it somewhere else, in essence, to try to kill the message. Even if not the message, even if not the messengers,
you know, distort the message,
right? Or distort the message, you know. But you know, a lot of them that are still around, they may not be on the forefront on, you know, in any social media, any news outlets, any talk shows. A lot of times it's few and far between. I don't know where a lot of them are. I'm sure there's someone everywhere doing something every day. I just don't know where they are.
Yeah. So we need to know. Like, you know, we're gonna have to take it back to the old days when we used to make announcements, hand flyers out, you know, and like you said, you know, become more active, try to do something, you know, not only just like spread some funny ass video and stuff, but also spread some information where you can do some, or just be that type of individual where you just sit back and watch shit happen and let it happen. I'm not that type of person. But we're gonna wrap it up with this part of the segment. Everybody, thanks for joining in.
Community awareness. Work together in communities. Community awareness.
We definitely got to get that community awareness on and popping, y'all. So thanks for joining in on this segment of Raw With It Podcast. I'm the Fox Silver, and that is Kahi. Everybody, we will see you again next week. Peace and love.
So, you know, it is what's right here. Excuse me, I'm taking shots, so you know what I mean. I'm trying to get it in right now.